It did.
What were you dealing with there, and how you feeling now?
I mean, I feel like certain stuff just comes with it, as the season goes along, but I feel good now.
Has that part of it, from doing this the first time as a starter and going through a full year, just at least at this level, has the wear and tear, any of that part surprised you, or body maintenance or any of that?
No, I mean, again, like I feel like this level of play is not something I dealt with before I came here, and like last year I didn't play enough snaps to even really feel anything. So this is more than I felt before. I would say just I feel like being a guard is all about just being there for your tackle. I mean, for your tackle and for your center versus like you said a tackle. You're thinking about okay, this is my guys. That's it. For depending on the play. But I would say just being mindful, not about my own guy, but protecting the guy on the left and the right of me.
You've always been a pretty aggressive blocker. I mean, somehow you found a way to make left tackle look fun. You can't, like you can't always do that in the right guard. Do you have to be a little bit more mindful when you're trying to be aggressive, especially in the pass game?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I think that was one of the biggest things this offseason that I had to really work on is that, there's less space, so things happen faster. So if you're more aggressive and you lunge at somebody, then, you don't have time and space like you do at tackle. So just being like mindful and trying to be, smart about it.
Thanks. Ryan Day was talking in class about a circle of care that he has within the program and addressing players' mental health just as much as their physical health. Can you talk a little bit about what that looks like for you guys in the program and addressing both sides?
Oh yeah, I would say that like we do like a great job of keeping the players as far as our like mental health is and our physical health is very important. I feel like it's an open conversation that we have. As far as like the things that we deal with in the classroom and at home and everything. Like so, I would say like the circle of care that we have that goes on is really good.
Here's when you see a guy. I mean, the transition from tackle to guard isn't easy, but to have someone that's going through that transition with you and there, like how important has he been to kind of make sure that you guys are both at that point?
Well, I would say like we talk all the time about our ideas about how we should set or how we should approach this since we naturally have that tackle mindset and then since he's a veteran guy, so I'm coming to him and I'm asking him how I can translate that to be a better guard. So he's definitely been really helpful.
Is that a level of versatility that you were expecting when you chose to come to Ohio State, or is that just something that you can add to your toolbox to help you? I mean, whether it's later on here or later on down the road.
I mean like when I first came here, I like never saw myself as a guard, but the first opportunity to play was means a lot more, especially at a level at Ohio State, and then just like thinking about the versatility later on is exciting because eventually, whether it's here or at the next level, you're going to be called to move around. So
How much do you feel like this offensive line's cohesion has grown to where it is now from where it was when you guys started the year?
it's grown a lot, and I feel like just I feel like when you get into the game and then it's actually time and against another team, and then that's where the real cohesion begins, especially for like a mostly like new you have this year. So it's been good. And the cohesion's been good.
Where do you feel like are maybe the areas in which you guys as a unit have grown the most over the course of the season?
I would say all around growth for sure.
And you guys at guard, I mean, you guys have had Matt Jones rotating in there with you. What's that been like, kind of having three guys playing at those two guard spots?
I feel like it just shows the versatility that we have in the room. That guys can just jump around anywhere, and we can keep going.
How much have you seen Matt improve over the course of this year? How much has he been pushing you guys?
Oh yeah, Matt's been a leader in the room, and he's been working hard, and he's been showing it every day in practice in the games that he's ready to go.
Harris, with your tackle background, how you play guard, knowing both your positions pretty well, when you guys get into situations where you're passing a guy off to the tackle, how much easier is that for you since you know both both positions there, you know the key advantages of them?
Yeah, I would say it definitely helps because I know what he wants, and you know how I can make it easier on him and for myself. So I would definitely say it like makes the communication a lot easier between us.
Was that one of the biggest transition pieces? Was instead of receiving that pass off, now you're just
You have to
getting
pass
it?
it off now. The person has to initiate it.
Is that something? Is that maybe one of the harder things to grasp as far as making this transition, or was it just another part of what you needed?
Well, I feel like the way that Coach Stud prepares us, as soon as you get here, he prepares us for a position. But if he always expects us to know what the next man's doing. So I mean, I knew what the guard had to do, but now I just had to perform it. So it's just getting the physical reps, you know.
What are some of the things that general public may sort of overlook in terms of what you guys have to do to get ready mentally and physically before games? That's not, just the same like X's and O's and things like that. What are some things that people may not think about that you guys have to deal with on a weekend to weekend basis?
I would say just balancing the things in the classroom before the game, because again that's the most important that we need to like knock out before the game. So then just trying to balance everything out so we have our time to just relax our minds, focus, because as soon as it gets to the later part of the week, the closer to the game, the less it becomes so physical and the more it's mentally just knowing our assignments to the point where you don't think about it. So it's just like the mental piece and the preparation is just as important as the physical piece.
How would you rate this team right now in terms of preparation? Like you're just talking about the practice, the watching video, the paying attention to detail. How would you rate this team right now? I'm not necessarily looking for a grade, but are y'all on a championship level in terms of preparation? What's your feel for that?
Yes, I would say that the way that we prepare and as we move through the season at, has been at championship level, and as far as a unit and as a team, just is just the self accountability and accountability within our units to make sure that that we're getting ready for the games and our opponents.
I was going to ask you, what are the indicators? You kind of pointed it out, right? I mean, what are the indicators that y'all are doing it the right way? You just kind of pointed it out. But, Coach Day said the other day that he hears you guys talking in the background sometimes, instead of talking about where you're going to go out and eat that night or something like that, you're talking about football.
Hmm.
Has that always been that way? When did that develop? You know what I mean? Is that an indicator to you that you guys' minds are in the right place?
I would say that well, in our unit, I would say that we actually take like mental reps, and I feel it's been a big thing this year. Is just mental reps when you're not on the field, just trying to envision yourself in the background, just being on the field, which is just another level, which I feel like that the coach is talking about. That I would say that we've been doing a lot of.
And when you're going against a team like this, a defense like this that can blitz from any angle, you know, throw all kinds of things at you. What is the key when you're at the line of scrimmage on Saturday from play to play? What's on your mind? What will be on your mind there?
Patience, because everyone has to fit a gap. Just not trying to make it more than like what it really is. Because the preparation that we do during the week it's all gonna come. It's all gonna fit into the picture.
Donovan Jackson's a guy who came in as a five-star like you. I'm just curious, what have you seen from him so far in his freshman year?
Donovan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant our receiver. Okay, yeah, yo, really good. I mean, just each day brings everything he has, and he's a great teammate, and really cares about what he does out here, and he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great.
Are there any lessons you try to share with him as somebody who was in his shoes a year ago about kind of how to handle this first year?
I would say he really has it down. So he's not one that anybody's really had to worry about, and when he has any questions or he asks for insight, he takes it and he just runs with it. So.
This freshman class in general, to see the way they've come in and made an impact on this team, how impressive has that been to you?
I feel like it's really impressive, and it just speaks about the development, that our team has, especially coming off of COVID and everything. It's phenomenal to see that with such a young group.
How much of the coaches impressed upon you guys what happened in the second half against Indiana last year when you guys had the big lead at the halftime? And it turned into a ball game, and they, like you said, they were throwing the kitchen sink at you guys, blitzing wise, etc. How much have they stressed that this week? The finish.
Well, I feel like since the beginning of the season, I feel like it's always been like, regardless of the score, um, how it looks about finishing. In any game where we've been up, I feel like you know we just taking to keep going to a point to where like we're not going to change because um, we don't want to risk that. So it's just a mindset of okay, great, well, let's keep going. Why not more? Type of mindset.
Greed is good.
I know
Fair.
you.
What's it? Sorry. What's it like lining up with close next to somebody as big as DeJuan Jones?
He makes me feel small. Yeah, he does. He does.
Is there something like? I mean, you're up close to him. You kind of probably know his game as well as anybody. But what does he really do well as like a right tackle?
I would say his patience and his ability to see the bigger picture as far as the safeties and the corners and the linebackers go. And then, like, with me too, I'm also looking out there, but he's on it right away. So,
I know you've been doing stuff off the field too with your foundation. Just kind of how has that been going for you so far?
really good. Right now, we're focusing on what we're going to do for Christmas in the Columbus area and Cincinnati too. So I was talking to my mom about that. So those are the next steps that we're starting to look at.
What are some of the things that you have planned?
Um, we want to give us some toys. So that's our goal right now. So we're in the midst of starting to talk about it right now. The process, how we're going to do that, how we're going to get the toys, and the schools and the program, and the different schools and communities that we're going to donate them to.
What are the ways that NIL,
last question for
NIL
Paris,
has
guys.
allowed you to grow that foundation so far and kind of take those efforts to the next level?
For me personally, I feel like it's helped because not every deal I do, I want to do for me. It's not about necessarily like the money, but I feel like there's certain deals where I find the value in terms of just being able to volunteer or just being able to supply food or groceries or clothes that we can give out to kids or to veterans or something like that because they have those resources. So it's honestly just been like phenomenal. It's been phenomenal to be able to use those resources in my foundation as well.